Hello, Dave Dog here. Episode 2, Season 7, Road to Glory with Bradford Park Avenue. We're back to let you know how we've been doing in the league, and it's good news. But first of all, let's have a look what we did in the last episode, the first game of the season, Scarborough. There you can see all the yellow cards against Scarborough. They couldn't stop us. Eventually, man sent off and went down 3-1 in the end. 2 late goals, making it certain. But we were on top before the sending off. But that just sealed it. They couldn't deal with the Scarborough. And neither could have a lot of other teams. Let's have a look then at the game since then. The following Tuesday, we went to Southport and it was a narrow 1-0 win. And a lot of details in the press saying we didn't deserve this. As you can see by the stats, Southport 14 shots, 4 on target. Us 2 shots, 1 on target. Did the better XG than them, but 10 corners to them, 1 to us. It was a fantastic defensive display. We kept them out, and in the 89th minute, substitute Macaulay Brooksby linked up with fellow winger Fred Ngoy and made it 1-0 with no time to come back for Southport. So look at those marks of those defenders. 7.4 Macaulay, 7.1 Harding, Shering and Costello rotated the team. We can do that this season. We've got more strength in depth, and them two making a great backup pairing. Rested Aina and Sams. Ferguson in at left back, 7.1, 6.9. Ever reliable Sam Fielding. Hinchy and Lovick. We brought Lovick back to make up a 3 in midfield as playing a better team. That seemed to work. We brought in Toho to play in the attacking midfield or number 10 role. He didn't do too bad at 6.7. Donaghy on the right, not playing as well this game. Instead, 6.1. This is where we are lacking an out-and-out striker. Stead has not returned to the form that he had season before last. We'll see later what we've done with this for the time being. So Brooksby came on a sub, scored a goal, 7.6. Shering was the man of the match, and Goy as well coming on a sub. So both those two substitutes combined for the goal. And in the next game, it was Brackley at home, and it was a 1-1 draw. So we dropped our first points of the season. In this one, we didn't put our chances away. As I've said, striking has been a big problem. 12 shots, 4 on target, 1.29 XG to their 0.88. Pretty even game if you say. We had more shots on target, more corners, more possession as usual. And in the end, a draw was probably a fair result. 10 minutes, Stead had one ruled out for offside. They opened the scoring just before half-time. Kendall on 41 minutes. Brooksby in the lineup from the start after his winning goal in the last game. Made it 1-1. Through ball from Sams from the back. A brilliant through ball. Brooksby took it on and scored like a veteran. It was us that was picking up the yellow cards in this game. Fielding, Brooksby, Aina and Beckwith. And Sams was the man of the match. Instead, again, 6.2. He's just not doing it. As we'll see, we make a change later on. Trusty came on as a sub and had a good performance at 7. Into the next game. And it was Warrington away, and Trusty came back with a bang in this one. Came on as a sub in the previous game. Don't forget he missed the first 2 games through suspension, and a hat-trick in this one. But it was Warrington that opened the scoring. Errington after 5 minutes. Trusty equalised on the 11. Errington again, 14 minutes. Went 2-1 in front just before half-time. Trusty made it 2-2. Assist from Ngoy, and Ngoy playing well in this one. He's getting back into the swing of things after his broken ankle. Hinchy made it 3-2 on 51 minutes. Assist from Trusty, so Trusty 3 goals and an assist. Wrapped it up in the 89th minute with his hat-trick. Stead coming on a sub with the assist. Warrington stats there, 4 shots, 3 on target, 2 goals. So Macaulay at 6.6, you can see why he got that. Harding again not playing well at 6.3. Lovick also at 6.5, but man of the match without a doubt. 3 goals and assist. Take Trusty back in the team. That made it 3 wins and 1 draw. But still, Matlock were flying at the top of the league with a 100% record. Let's look at the next game. So it was Old Foes Blythe, and this was a boring 0-0. Don't know what happened here at all. We can't really say they come and park the bus because they didn't. Both teams were really poor. 8 shots each, 2 on target each. We had the better XG, similar amount of corners. Just a game to forget, really. Not much to say about it. We did rotate again, probably because it's the midweek thing. Midweek home games there seem to be a problem. Sheringham and Costello again playing well. Sheringham the better of the two, and Beckwith also a good performance at the back. So defensively, very good. Up front, we tried Donaghy up front. He's on loan from Stevenage, last year's runaway winners of the league, and his manager came on to me and said, look, you were supposed to be playing as a pressing forward and you're playing him on the wing. What's going on? So I had to say, yeah, okay, we're going to play him up front. We did, and he didn't do too badly at all. 6.8. Instead, we tried him on the wing. It's just done, I think. We just have to use him as an impact sub if we really need to. We're still unbeaten, but it's that home game after the weekend. Even though we're rotating, we're not firing as well. The next game, the top of the table clash. We were second. Matlock were top, 100% record. They'd won 5 out of 5, and we were going to their place. And you couldn't get a much tougher game earlier in the season. Let's see what happened. What happened was more or less total domination from us. We won the game 2-1, but they didn't score till the 90th minute. Real classic consolation goal. Hinchy put Lovick in after 5 minutes, and it was a classic goal. Hinchy's going away down the right, plays a ball over to Lovick. Lovick takes it 1, 2 times, 3 times, and picks his spot in the far corner. Good ball by Hinchy, but an even better finish by skipper Lovick, and that put us on the road. Don't forget we were on their ground, 100% record, and that settled the lads down. We got a penalty. Sams, you can't beat him for penalties. He really puts them away. Now that we've lost Sims, more about Sims later. 2-0, and we were cruising. We took our foot off the gas a little bit and allowed them into the game, but it was really just a consolation goal. They had 7 shots on target, yes, more than us, but Macaulay again played well in goals. Sam's the man of the match with 7.8. He's playing well defensively. He's really winning all the headers. Poorish performance by Fielding there. A bit unusual for him to be that low at 6.6, but it didn't matter. He just took a day off, I think. Hinchy, Trusty and Lovick all playing well. We still didn't go top though by winning that game. 4 wins and 2 draws. That's 14 points, and they had 15 points. So there was still a point in front of us, but definitely won over them, beating the team that's won every game on their ground. I was really, really pleased with that one. So on to the next one then, and see if we've made the top of the table yet. So again, we were playing on the Monday after the Matlock game, and we beat that hoodoo. We won this one 3-2. What a game it was. We brought in Toho, and boy did he make me look good there. Putting him in. 2 goals for Toho, and I've never seen him play like that at all. Trusty had played well in that position. Trusty was rested in this game. Again, we rotated a little bit. We brought Aina in, and Sheringham played the defensive midfield role. Not too bad at 6.8, but put him in because Fielding had a poor game, and it was asking me about resting him because he was tired. So that's what we did. Ardin is a worry, 6.5. He's not been at his best. Toho opened the scoring on 7 minutes. Their forward Bonington on 19 minutes and 27 minutes. As you can see from Costello's low mark, he was at fault for both of those goals by Bonington. Toho equalised on 44 minutes. Again, Ngoy assisting, and this was an even better goal. Let's have a look at this one. So Ngoy's running away, plays it to Toho. Toho, you think he's going to get closed out, but blasts it into the top left-hand corner there. And definitely his best game for us, Toho. So half-time, we went in 2-2. Donaghy had one chalked off on 63 minutes. Aina then, on 81 minutes, got a second yellow card and was sent off. We were down to 10 men, but not to worry. Donaghy got the goal. And the assist by Salberg, he is our new signing, came off the bench. Let's just have a look at him. This is the only signing we have made. 18-year-old Norwegian under-21 international. He's 2.5 star, and he's got possible 5 star. Why I bought him in was he's 6'3". He's got jumping reach of 13. His heading is only 5, but I'm training him up to be a striker He's classed as a inverted winger on the right, but as we can see, he can play as a striker, advance forward. We really want him to play a little bit of a target man. So if we keep knocking those balls up there, there may be somebody that can win the headers. His heading is only 5, but he can jump. So at least there'll be somebody putting a challenge in. If we look at his under 21 record this season, 4 appearances, 2 subs, 3 goals. We hope we can bring that into him rather than being just a winger. He can be a forward. So again, we're looking at youth. He's only 18 years old. Exciting young prospect who isn't far from the first team level. So watch out for Benjamin Solberg in the future. Already made an impact coming on as substitute. Of course, Toho was the man of the match. 2 goals. And he's kept his place. I'm going to tell you that now. We're at Evesham today. Newly promoted Evesham. It's not the probably easy game we thought we might have had. Before that, let's have a look at some transfer news. Here we are, transfer activity. Jim Sims. I've looked how he was doing at Crawley. He came on as sub in the first game, scored 2 goals to win them the game 2-0. Since then, he's not been even substitute. Probably just keeping him out of the team so we don't get our £1,000. But I thought, let's go in, let's try getting back on loan. So we did. We've agreed it with Crawley. They wanted his £400 wages covering, but we can't do that. Because of our limits, we can only pay £240 a week. They wanted £500, so I upped it to £1,000, a monthly fee, plus his 60% wages. They said, no way, sorry, we want £400 and £1,000. So I put down that we can't pay any more, and they said 1.2 a month. I thought, £200 a month, we're not going to miss out for that. So they've agreed it. It's now up to Sims as to whether he wants to come back or not. We're waiting to hear from him, and all being well, we may have Jim Sims back in the building scoring goals for us. That is the position where definitely we are weak. We've got lots of strikers, but they don't seem to play as well as Jim Sims did last season. We're still needing a central midfielder, but we're ongoing with that one. So let's have a look at today's team then. So we made 3 changes. Fielding comes in for Aina, with Shering dropping back to centre-back. Ferguson comes in at left-back to replace Beckwith. Trusty comes in on the left wing. That's his best position based on his star ratings. He wants to play in the number 10 role. But Toho played so well in the last game and he keeps his position. We're carrying on with Donny up front, seeing as he scored and he's in his favoured pressing forward role now. So team is Macaulay in goal, Harding right back, Shering and Sam's the new central defensive partnership, Ferguson at left back, Fielding in front of the back 4, Hinchy as a Mazzala, Ngoy on the right, Trusty on the left, Toho supporting Donaghy up front. And on the bench we've got JD. We found out it's James Dean apparently. He's a youth player at Middlesbrough in real life. He's now on loan with us from Chorley. Callum Jones, as I mentioned, is covering Harding for right back, Williams, Lovick and Stead. So that's how we're lining up. Evesham away. Let's have a look how they're starting and let's see what we're going to say to the team in the dressing room. So this is where I have to own up. We've recorded all the game against Evesham and then found out there has been no sound on it. So all my instant reaction and anguish and everything hasn't been recorded. So I'm going to do a voiceover for this game. So we're going for a variation of Gianluca Haven's suggestion with we're not going to let our good run of form come to an end and we're going to keep this run going with no gesture for a change. See how that goes. Harding, Hinchy, Toho, Donaghy, inspired or committed, that's good for us. Evesham are a different proposition to the team that started the season. Since the first game of the season they've signed 8 players to strengthen their squad and they line up with a 4-3-3 with a defensive midfielder today. They drew 2, lost 4 in the first 6 games, but the last game they won away at last season's playoff finalist Fylde 4-2, and we're coming in against a team that we should at the beginning of the season have thought would be an easy game, but that last game against Fylde has changed things and it could be a very tough game. And we get underway, but in the first minute we've got an injury. Donaghy is injured and he has got a lower leg injury, so we're going to have to make a change. We're going to bring Stead on and he hasn't been scoring. He's on a long drought of scoring in the league. He did well in pre-season against the lower league teams that we played, but he gets his chance. He's going to play as a pressing forward. His best position is on the wing, but he's not even played well there recently. So it's back to the action, and the first highlight is to Evesham. It's a 3rd minute free kick just inside our half. Yealer knocks it in. Bell picks it up in the box, squares it across, knocks it back to Yealer. Yealer with a shot that's just wide. Had Macaulay scrambling there. First chance to Evesham. It's our free kick, and it's Harding with it. Knocks it forward. It's cleared out by Nelson, but Toho intercepts that. Toho back to Sams. Sams plays it across to Shering. Shering to Fielding. Fielding with a through ball. Stead's on the end of this, and he's taken out. It's a penalty. Woods clattered him in the box there. And who's going to be taking this? Should be Fielding, I would think. Yes, Fielding hammers it in, and it's 1-0 to us. 7th minute of the game. Sam Fielding with the penalty. Let's see this one again. It looked like he hit it straight down the middle, and the keeper dives to his left. Yep, Fielding hammers it in, it says, and absolutely blasted it. So we have all the early momentum, and we've got off to a good start in this game. We're currently sitting at the top of the table, as Matlock must be drawing their game so far. I was named runner-up in the Manager of the Month competition for August to the Matlock manager, just missing out due to the number of wins they had. 27th minute, Evesham clearance finds nobody. Sams picks it up, and they're playing it around at the back. Fielding, is he going to try another through ball? No, he plays it out to Ngoy on the right. He's going on a run. Is he? No, it cuts back to Hinchy. Hinchy back to Harding. Harding to Fielding. Fielding, is he going to look for that through ball? No, it's back to Shering. We're playing some neat stuff here, keeping possession. He's Fielding with the through ball, and onto that one is Hinchy. Squares it, and Stead picks his spot there. 2-0, and we're flying. We're really bossing the game here. I was pretty worried about this game pre-match with that result that they got against Fylde. Here he goes, Hinchy. Nice square ball there to Stead, and that breaks his duck for a number of games in the league. Looks like he's playing better in that pressing forward role. 2 shots on target, 2 goals, 1.71 XG, and look at that possession, 71%. We're really bossing this game, and 2-0 to the good. Nearly half time, and we're going with that 2-0 lead. Here we are with the half-time team talk. Gianluca Evans saying, I'm happy we've dominated possession so far, but I'm going to go with we're ahead on the scoreboard, and we certainly deserve to be in front. And that's gone down really, really well. So let's start the second half then, and the rain seems to have stopped, and it looks like Evesham are taking the momentum now. And there's a note. Let's have a look at that and see what Gianluca is saying. Yeah, Walker therefore, Lewis Walker is in danger of finding space. Tell Shering to mark Walker. Yeah, we'll do that one, I think. Their centre forward, Shering should be able to mark him, and we carry on. There's Evesham picking up their 4th yellow card. Again, another team kicking us off the park. Shering is struggling. He wants to be subbed. Let's have a look then. Let's make some substitutions. Shering just showing us poor. We're not going to change him. I'd like him to be very poor before we take them off. But Harding's not playing well at 6.4. We're going to replace him with Jones. We had him on the bench there to do just that, and he comes on to replace Harding. Can we make a third and final change? Toho 6.6. He's not playing as well as he did in the previous game, so I'm going to bring Lovick on, I think. Yeah, we'll bring Lovick on to replace Toho, and we'll move him out to the wing and change him to be his favourite inverted winger on support. So Trusty is now moved into the attacking midfield role, number 10. We'll keep him on as an advanced playmaker, and we get back to the game. So Evesham have definitely come into this game in the second half, and they've had more momentum than us and they are building up here. We're in the 82nd minute, and Mon running through the middle, plays it to Yealer. He's been a danger man for them in the highlights that we've seen. Block cross there by Ferguson, but he gets another chance at it. Jones heads that one out, and Goy completes the clearance, but it's picked up on halfway again. Wood and Bell plays it through. It's through, and it's crossing, and Mon turns that one in, and but it's been disallowed. It's been disallowed. It was offside. Let's have a look at this again. Puts it in. Yep, he's just in front there, and we get away with that one. So it's still 2-0, and we're running in to the final minutes of the game, and 3 minutes of added time. We're just going to solidify things in midfield. We're just going to block it up. We'll pull Lovick back into the central midfield, change his role. He's going to be a ball-winning midfielder on defend just for these last few minutes, just to make sure of the game. So here we go, 3 minutes running away quickly, and we've won again. And will we be top of the league after that? 4 shots, 2 on target, 2 goals. They had 4 on target. We bossed the possession, and they had a late goal disallowed for offside. Sam Fielding, the man of the match. His through balls were a delight, and Hinchy, Shering, Sams, Macaulay, all in the green, all playing well. And what a game that was. Bossed the game from start to finish. Good early start with the penalty. It's all going well. Let's have a look where we are in the table, see if we are top. No, we're still in second place, a point behind Matlock. They won their home game against Darlington 3-1, an impressive win for them, as Darlington were roundabout. They've dropped in the table, so they must have been 3rd or 4th before that game. Scarborough up in 3rd, who we easily beat in the first game. So there's nobody really touching us at the moment. We've dropped those silly points at home in those drawn games, and it's looking really well. And I can't believe it, to be honest. Unbeaten, well up there. It could be a promotion season. Let's have a look where we're going to come back. We're going to come back at the beginning of November. Lowestoft away, another newly promoted team. It's also the date for the first round of the FA Cup, should we get through to that. So that match would replace Lowestoft away. And hope to see you again for that one. Really enjoying this season so far. If you've got any comments, please leave them. I'm happy to engage with everybody. Thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.